All right, so today we're going to be exploring this idea of a potential energy diagram. So on the screen, we have an interesting simulation. In this simulation, we have two reactants reacting to form two new products. You'll notice this reaction is right listed over here in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. You'll notice that this is a single replacement reaction where A, the yellow circle, bumps into B and C, those are together, and it actually knocks out that C so that you're left with products of AB plus C. Now this is interesting, but what we're focusing on today is this potential energy diagram listed here in the middle of the screen. Now if you watch, I can pull this knob and it's going to change some things on my potential energy diagram. If you're looking at the potential energy diagram now, you should see something moving on this diagram. Now I can release this knob on the side here, and that's going to send my reactant into play. While you're watching this right now, you should be thinking about what's happening on the screen. On your potential energy diagram, notice the gray bar moving when my reactants run into each other. Now, when my reactants run into each other, what happens? What am I left with? Make some predictions now about what you are seeing. In these predictions, you're going to think about what is represented on the potential energy diagram. Pause this video while you make those predictions. All right, now we're going to think about this green bar, and we're going to set up two scenarios. In this first scenario, I am going to put this green energy bar above my blue line. All right, now when I put this green energy bar above my blue line, you're going to watch to see what happens. While you're watching, you should write down the observations on your worksheet about what you notice. So I've released that lever. I see some things taking place on my screen. I see some things taking place on my potential energy diagram. I notice that the gray bar is moving from left to right, back and forth. And I see some things happening that are being displayed in the chemicals over here on the blue box. So take notes about what you see happening. Did this reaction take place? Did my reactants become my products? Pause while you finish taking those observation notes. All right, now for this last demo, we're going to set up scenario B. In scenario B, my green line is going to be slightly below the top of my blue line. Notice how the green line is falling under the blue line. All right, I'm going to let this go, and you're going to take some observations on what you notice now. All right, looking at this now, does the gray line go all the way over to the right side, or does it stay more towards the left side? Am I making my products or my reactants just bumping into each other? What do you notice about this situation that is different from the first situation? And what does that tell you about energy and potential energy diagrams? Think about all these things and get ready to learn more about the potential energy diagram.